It is funny to
Whoa.
watch.
Oh,
An earthquake.
big earthquake right now.
Big earthquake.
That's
A really strong shaker right now.
Very big. You can tell we got.
That's
Look at the
strong jolt,
CBS2
and
seismo
it's still
graph right now. This is quite a jolt.
And we can
For those
still
of you who are
feel
still feeling it.
Record the cameras.
Yeah, that's about a 6 or
Well, it
more.
felt
Well,
really,
we're
really
gonna
strong.
get to work on this.
The phone calls will probably start to come in, and we'll start to gather some information for you about how strong and exactly where the earthquake was centered. But take a look at the CBS2 seismograph right now, and you can see exactly how long it lasted. Just a really steady
It's
shaking
still
there.
shaking.
Yeah,
It
we
still
can
is.
kind
We're
of-
still feeling it.
The after effects of it with the lights still shaking above us here in the studio here. But that was quite a jolt. It was both the kind where you feel it as far as a jolt, and then the actual kind of the rolling kind. It was
I
almost a
still
combination
feel it.
of the
Are
two.
you still feeling it?
Well, it could be our nerves too. I'm telling you.
Yeah, I do admit my hands are shaking
really,
a little bit, but hopefully we don't have any major injuries or major damage out there. But again, the reports will start to come in, and as soon as we get information, we will relay it to you. But boy, it certainly felt like a very strong earthquake.
I know this goes without saying. You want to look for your earthquake kits. Get them handy. We do have certainly have our share of aftershocks after we do have a quake like that. The seismograph, you could still see this earthquake left quite an imprint.
And of course, if you happen to be awake and getting video, you might have had your cell phone rolling at the time. Don't forget, send us your video to streetteam@cbsla.com. It's really easy to do. You can email it right from your cell phone, and we'll be glad to use your video on the air. Again, that address is cbsla.streetteam.com. But if you just woke up, you probably felt it, and perhaps that's what woke you up this morning, a big jolt of an earthquake.
Big surprise for all of us here in studio, all of us sitting on the set, and the rattling was certainly very intense. We're going to certainly get the numbers on that earthquake and try to find out what's going on out there in the Southland and make sure that everybody's okay.
Yeah, we certainly hope so. Always a good reminder to be prepared and be ready. And many of you might have grabbed your earthquake kit.
Here's the #1 seeds for the tournament. Florida, the top team overall. Pac-12 regular season champ Arizona, #1 in the West. Wichita State and Virginia grabbed the other top seeds. And it looks like we're having a little bit of some shaking happening right now in our studio. Let's see who else felt that. Yeah, we're going to get some numbers right now on the NBC4 meter that we have to check out and see exactly how strong that was. We felt that one for sure.
All right, folks, stay with us. We're okay in the studio.
Let's see if we've got any,
we'll get some updates. Meanwhile, let's continue to read the news, and we'll get some latest numbers on that.
Ginger, thank you. Coming up, more problems for a troubled
earthquake.
singer. Yep,
we're having an earthquake. Okay, it appears to have stopped.
Yep.
We're gonna jump right now to the to the U.S. Geological Survey. Let's get right on that right now. That felt very close.
Very strong.
Yeah, let's get right on that. Okay.
All right, Henry, we're going to bring you into this. You can see right now, I mean, we've got stuff kind of here falling. We've got some sort of ceiling falling from the rafters up here. All right.
Vote. I'll tell you what those sanctions entail and where the situation stands now between Russia and the U.S.
We are having an earthquake right now, a fairly large earthquake. We're going to go to break, I think, or are we going to stick with us here? We're going to stay as you take a look at video here. We're going to stay on the air right now.
Whoa.
Chris Brown, that is...
Sorry.
He left rehab this morning, or he is... Chris Brown will face a judge today. He is currently in jail after leaving rehab. We're going to gather our thoughts here real quick, but we did have an earthquake, fairly large one here in Glendale, or at least the shaking was large here in Glendale. You see it there on our earthquake camera. We'll probably be receiving some phone calls into the Eyewitness newsroom. We do not know about damage. There's no damage here in the studio. Looking around at our light fixtures, everything seems to be okay here in the studio. But that was a fairly large shaker. Rattled a couple of nerves here, and certainly I'm sure a few of you at 6:26 probably just woke up this morning. And that is quite the way to wake up. As I talked to our producer in my ear, do we have a plan as far as what we're going to do next?
Okay, and I can say we're getting We're getting a number on this earthquake right now. Congratulations, Philip. You are so cool, calm, and collected to continue to talk throughout that earthquake. I got under this desk. That was a big earthquake. Oh, my.
What we don't know as far as the size of the earthquake is how close to the...
You know how to do St. Patrick's Day and make it hot. Wait a minute. Where's yours, Bob? You know what? Bob made all those, you guys.
Did you do that? Whoa! Whoa! Okay.
Whoa!
All right, that's an earthquake.
Whoa, yeah.
And that's a big one.
Wow, okay.
That is a big earthquake. Obviously, we felt it here at the studio very strongly. I don't know what the magnitude is. At this point, we don't know exactly where that earthquake was centered, but certainly it was a very strong one, and it can't have been that far away, we're guessing, because we felt it very strongly here in the studio. The whole set shook, the whole studio shook, as a matter of fact, and the lights were swaying to some extent, so we know that it is a pretty good magnitude.
Two big jolts, really big jolts.
We're going to, of course, get more information on exactly where that particular earthquake is centered and what the magnitude is and whether or not any damage was caused, which could very well be the case given how strong those jolts were. Here we were sort of getting into the frivolity of St. Patrick's Day when that earthquake struck, and we are getting more information right now for you. We will be on that story for sure.